Atoms fall apart. Solar flares arrive. Buildings collapse. Only a few will survive. The world as we know it will no longer be there. Water is gone. A new era has begun. Prepare yourself for the apocalypse. The apocalypse. The heat is scorching. Forests burned up. The sky colors red. Volcanoes erupt. The world as we know it will no longer be there. Water is gone. A new era has begun. Prepare yourself
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, and I hope the weather is warmer by you than it is here by me. I am in Northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and it is currently 7 degrees outside, and there is a negative wind chill coming through, and it's chilly. So, needless to say, I am very grateful to have a hobby that keeps me indoors. Normally, this room is usually pretty chilly, but it's actually kind of comfortable in here right now, so that's pretty exciting. As I mentioned, I'm in Northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and this is a very big weekend for us Chicagoans because the Chicago Bears have made it to the playoffs. So to celebrate, I got my Chicago Bears hat on. So I'm going to have that on today. If you joined me yesterday, we celebrated on our after Dark edition with a whole Chicago Bears theme, and it was a lot of fun. And so I was able to wear this hat yesterday, and I'm not wearing the jersey today, just the hat today, but I'm really excited for it. So I hope you guys are partaking or enjoying voting for your local teams as well. Whoever they may be, but we here, and if you don't have a local team or you're not voting for a team, then go ahead and give the Chicago Bears just another little extra oomph of excitement because it's been a really long time since the Bears have made it to the playoffs, and so that's why we're super excited. No matter what, they're a great team this year, and so that's what we're really excited for. So today we're going to be working on our sew along project, which is the Framed Pinwheels pattern by Missouri Star Quilt Company. If you guys remember the last couple of episodes that we've been putting together the pinwheels, which are half square triangles. Not my favorite block, but they are the most versatile of all the quilting blocks, and they do take a little bit of time. So we've got a whole stack of some that we've went ahead and cut up and trimmed, and we're going to get those sewn up together so that we can put together some really pretty pinwheels. So I've got a couple of them here that are made already, so I'll just show them to you guys really, really quickly. The darker ones, you guys can see those a lot better on the camera, of course. You can see those, and then this one here. So those are what we're going to be making today. We still have a whole stack that we have to slice up and then trim and then iron up and sew those back together. But we will get to those in just a minute. Sorry, what is going on? What are you doing? Hi, baby. What happened? Did Daddy take something out that startled you? Huh? Hi, baby girl. Why are you over here by my feet? Why are you over here by my feet? Sorry, guys. Give me just a second. Huh? What's going on? Hi. You being good? You being a good girl? Can you come over here on the camera and say hello to everybody? Say hi. Over here. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. As you guys can see, the puppy cam is alive and well. And Ivy is in here with me. Oops. Did you get stuck on the cord? Or mommy take the cord. There we go. There you go. You're a good girl. Can you sit? Can you sit for mommy? Uh-oh. They heard me say sit. Now they're all coming running. Hi, Wiggos. Good morning. Sorry, I got completely distracted by some dogs. Hi. Good morning. Okay, fine. We weren't going to start out with treats, but I guess we will. We weren't going to start out this way, but this is what we're getting into, I guess. Can you sit, please? That's not sitting. Thank you. Oh, Wrigley sit too, like a good girl. Thank you. Does Addie want a treat? I'm waiting to see if Addison comes down the hallway. Come here, Addie. There she comes. Hi. There's Addykins. Good girl. Okay. That's enough for now. Thanks for visiting. Sarah puppies. Sorry about that. They completely distracted me. But anyway, so we're going to be working on our framed pinwheels project today. We've got a bunch of pinwheels to put together, which I'm really excited about. And then we're going to put the rest of these together. Now, in previous episodes, we've been taking our half square triangle ruler and we've been trimming them up that way and then cutting off the dog ears. I think what we're going to do this time is we're going to put the rest of these here together and then we're going to trim. We're going to kind of compare and see which way is a little bit faster. I've gotten a couple of messages from a couple of you guys that have said that sewing them and then trimming them appears to be faster than trimming them and then sewing them. So we're going to try it the second way instead, see if we can get all these done. But that's what we're going to be doing today. Um, Thank you guys so much for sending me messages, get well messages last week or earlier this week. I really appreciate that. As you guys know, I had a severe sinus infection, and it was affecting my brain. Felt like there was just an ice pick in my brain. It was awful. I am feeling better. I'm not quite 100% yet, but I am feeling well enough to be able to be here with you guys today. So thank you so much for all the get well wishes. I really appreciated that, and thank you for all the birthday wishes as well. For those of you who don't already know, last week, Monday, was my birthday, so thank you so much for that. You guys remember that Sunday, I actually got one of my gifts. It was a new pattern by Lucas and my daughter Tony. It was a new quilting pattern from Elizabeth Hartman. It was the Dash Hounds and Sweaters. It's adorable, and Taylor has already claimed that one because she loves Dash Hounds. So we will get to that project at some point this year, but they had told me that there was going to be another one coming, another gift coming, and it was supposed to arrive on Monday, but because of the weather, it was delayed and it didn't show up until Tuesday, but that's okay. But I wanted to share it with you guys so that you guys are aware of what it is. But I've got it right here. It is another Elizabeth Hartman pattern, so apparently I'm becoming a pretty big fan. I mean, I love the Elizabeth Hartman patterns, and I've only ever owned one, and now all of a sudden I have four, so it's really exciting. But this is called Greenhouse, and it's basically a bunch of succulents, which is really cool. They've got two different ways they've done it here. This one is obviously all in green, and then on the back, it's really hard to see, but you can see it's all in different colors, which I really like this one. I really like that rainbow colored one. I think that's going to look great. And of course, Taylor's already claimed this one as well. Because she loves succulents. Those are her favorite plants. And so she's already claimed this one as well. So as soon as she opened this one, she's like, my gosh, these were made for me. She's like, I'm pretty sure these were picked out just for me. Thought that was funny. So thank you again to Lucas and Tony for giving that to me. I really appreciate it. That will make its way into the round of projects. Probably towards the end of the year, maybe even into next year. We've got a lot of projects running, but I really appreciate that. So thank you so much for that. Okay, let me hop into chat and say hello to everybody in chat, and then we are going to get started with these pinwheels here. I don't know who the very first person in chat was, so let me see. It was Brat46. Brat46 was the very first person in chat, and my goodness, she was here at 6 a.m. My goodness. Thank you so much, Brat46, for being the very first person in chat. She says it's 13 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind chill of 9 at 7 a.m. Eastern. So my goodness, that's chilly. I think it's actually a little bit colder than that here in Chicago, but that's okay. It's not a competition. It's definitely not a competition, that's for sure. But yes, it is. It's a little bit. Oh, and then she gave us another update about an hour later that says it warmed up to 15. Wow. And light snow. That's exciting. Sandra K, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Linda Denton is also here with us this morning. Good morning, Linda. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Carrie Leonard is also here. Good morning, Carrie. Thanks so much for being here. Happy Sunday to you as well. Let's see. Who else is here this morning? Fern King, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Good morning. Marie is also here. Good morning, Marie. I hope you're well. Happy Sunday morning to you. Let's see. Who else is here in chat with us this morning? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Lucas is in the house. Morning, bud. Welcome back to the channel. Him and Tony went and saw some ice sculptures yesterday in Iowa. It was a lot. It looks like a lot of fun. She posted some pictures on Facebook. Really, really cool. But from what I understand, it was really, really cold. But that sounds like it was a lot of fun. So I'm glad to see that they're really making their new place a home, and that's really exciting. So I'm happy to hear that. So congratulations to them. That's really exciting. 20 degrees feels like 9 in Indiana, Fern says. My goodness, that's a little chilly. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you so much for being here. As you guys know, Kathy is one of our moderators, as is Lucas and is Terry. Make sure you guys show them some love by going in over and following their channels. Lucas doesn't have a channel. But Katie and Terry, make sure you guys go over and follow their channels. I love watching Kathy's channel. I do catch a lot of the replays. I don't get to catch the lives very often, but I like to watch the replays because it's like a quilt retreat every time you go because she has such amazing guests. I'm sure you've seen Gladys over there. I think Sandra's made some appearances. I think Susan has made some appearances. So I really love watching her channel. So thank you so much, Kathy, for being a moderator. and for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. And also to Terry as well. Thank you so much to Terry. Terry's been doing something really cool. She's got a hydroponic garden that she's been posting pictures of, which is really cool to see. That's something I'm not familiar with before, so I'm really kind of I love the fact that she doesn't keep her channel to just sewing related stuff. It's basically, it's a personal diary for her, and I love that about her channel. So make sure you guys check those ladies out. You can do exclamation point Kathy or exclamation point Terry in chat to get links to their channels. So make sure you go give them a little bit of love for me if you don't mind. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button for me if you would also do that as well. Let's see. Who else is here this morning? Kathy is here. Fern is here. Kathy is here again. More Kathy Marie. Fern, Kathy, Fern, Marie. I'm just scrolling through. Linda is here. Good morning, Linda. I think I said good morning to you already, but just in case, good morning again. Pretty colors. Yes, they are. I'm really excited about this color palette that I've chosen. If you guys don't remember, this is Gradient by somebody. I don't remember. I don't think I kept the packaging for it, but it is called Gradient. And so the grays, I have links. I put links in the description box below to the fabric and to the pattern that I'm using, but it's really pretty. Oh, Stonehenge, that's what it is. The color pieces are Stonehenge. Gigi, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. We really appreciate that. I'm sorry that you have to wait so long to be a part of the chat, but that's just to keep the bots out. I hope you understand. But thank you so much for being here. Hang out with us today, and you'll be able to come back again on Tuesday for another live stream, and you'll be able to participate and chat then. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. I really appreciate that. Thank you to all of our subscribers. I really appreciate all of you guys. It's been so exciting to see all the new subscribers come in. We had a couple of them come in yesterday in our live stream, so thank you to them. I hope they're able to come back this morning. I know this time slot isn't, for everybody, and that's okay. There's always the replays later. But yeah, so the fabric line that we're using is the gray is called Gradient, and the colored pieces are Stonehenge. So really exciting to see how this one's going to look. Everybody was saying hi to the puppies this morning. Good morning. And she'll be back. She likes to come in here a lot to check to make sure to see if I've got snacks ready. Terry, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Patty, good morning to you as well. Welcome back. It's so great to see you also. My chat reset, so I'm not sure if I got everybody. I'm just trying to scroll through here real quick again, guys. Sorry. I think that's everybody in chat. If I miss you in chat, I truly, truly apologize for that. Oh, Terry, what was that? What was that supposed to be? Sorry, that completely threw me off. I don't know what you were trying to say there, but that looked pretty funny. It looked like she might have been trying to swear. I'm not really sure. Oh, she's testing her keyboard. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what is she trying to do? It looks like she was trying to swear. I was like, oh boy, what happened? Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's so funny, so funny. Anyway, what was I talking about now? Yes, so thank you to all of our new subscribers. I truly appreciate that. I appreciate all of our subscribers no matter what. But this year, our goal is to try and get to 1,000 subscribers. And every year we get a little bit closer to that, so we'll see how things go. But anyway, welcome to the channel, Gigi. I really hope that you're going to stick around and hang out with us today. I didn't mean to send it. That's okay. It was really funny. It was really funny, Terry. That's why I was like, she totally threw me off. Like, I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. So that was pretty funny. So anyway, all right. So let's get to our pinwheel. So this is the Sew Along project. Like I said before, all you guys need are... Hang on. You need one 10-inch layer cake and two charm packs in a solid or semi-solid fabric. This is called Framed Pinwheels by Missouri Star Quilt Co. This is what it's going to end up looking like eventually once we get there. So that is what this is, and we are just barely getting started. messed you up already. I know, right? Like, it's not hard, but that's okay. It's really not hard to get me distracted. Like, I'm totally like, squirrel. So that's just kind of the way things go with me. My ADD is always on high. It's just always on high. But so we're working on framed pinwheels today. So we're going to be putting these together. I've got a bunch of these stacked up. These are the ones that we had trimmed up before. So I'm going to go ahead and start sewing these up together. So I'm going to switch over to my phone for chat. So I do apologize for not actually making eye contact with you guys when we're talking in chat. But I need to look at my machine while we're sewing. But tell me, what are you guys working on this weekend? I know a couple of people that had joined us in our After Dark edition yesterday, which thanks again to Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl for joining us. We had a great time. I was hoping we would have gotten a little bit further along in that project than we did, but that's okay. Mama Joyce is still learning. As you guys know, Sherlock Cheryl is dyslexic, so it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun sometimes explaining some of these projects. But it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. I can't wait to see them again next month to see how things are. It's very angry today. Yeah, Terry, I can understand that. My body does not like this cold weather. It really doesn't, and so it's a little bit angry myself today. Good morning, Judy. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. And congratulations on creating your own new channel. I did go over and subscribe a day or two ago, I think. But thank you so much for that. I believe that Lucas set up a link to your channel, so try exclamation point Judy and see if that works. Yes, Carrie Leonard also has her own channel. We have a lot of content creator friends here on the channel. If you guys want links to any of our content creator friends, you can do exclamation point creators in chat. And what that will do is it'll give you a master list of all of our content creator friends, their handles or their command codes. So then that way you can just start entering in their codes to follow them. So really exciting. Sandra says she's hand sewing. She's hand sewing her applique down. Oh wow, that's awesome. There we go. Yep, Judy's got her link is set up. So awesome for that. Congratulations again, Judy, for starting your own channel. That's really exciting. Okay. Kiri should have a link to hers as well. I think if you do exclamation point Kiri in chat, it'll give you a link for hers as well. But let's go ahead and get started. So I've sewn up a couple of these already just off camera. And I kind of got a little bit of an assembly line going. So I'm going to try and keep that going because that seems to be kind of speeding things up a little bit here. So let's get this one sewn up. And I'll kind of show you how I'm doing this. And I'm gonna do this probably 5,000 times today, but I'm gonna apologize because I do still have a little bit of nasal drainage, so I'm kind of sniffly a little bit. I do apologize for that if I seem a little nasally. I am feeling much better than I was at the beginning of the week, but I'm definitely not 100% yet. Coffee's done. Ooh, yum. Get me a cup too, would you? All right. So here's our first one, top row here. Naomi, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. She says, still working on a vest for Road to California quilt show next weekend. I'm falling out of love with it. Tired of looking at it. I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. It's like some projects, you just after a while, you're like, okay, this one could just be done now. I'm over it. If you guys joined us yesterday for our After Dark edition, you may have noticed that Mama Joyce has added some things onto the walls in her sewing room. One of those being a finished quilt top. She just finished that days ago, and that particular project was one of her difficult projects. She actually had to take that one apart and put it back together quite a few times. So she was kind of frustrated with it. So that was definitely one of those ones where she was glad to have it finally done. Okay. Can't wait to be finished with my elephant diamond painting, Carrie says. Awesome, Carrie. Congratulations on that. That sounds exciting. I never really got into the diamond painting. I think they're really cool. I know Taylor has done a couple of them. I've never really gotten into them. I tried to do one a few months back. I tried to do one, and it just wasn't my cup of tea. Judy says, I'm fighting a cold and taking emergency water, trying to stay hydrated with vitamins. I tried that myself, Judy, and unfortunately I just didn't catch it in time. And then I didn't wait. I waited too long to go to the doctor to get some medicine, and that's how it turned into, instead of just a sinus infection, it turned into a severe sinus infection. Patty says, I'm making some FPP mug rugs today for me, myself, and I. Well, there you go, Patty. It's always good to make a project for yourself. It is always good to make at least one project for yourself. Oh, just crushing this one down. These seams, this pinwheel seam is really, really strong. It's a really bulky seam. I'm trying to really crush it down. There we go. That one's laying pretty good. Go ahead and let that one, oops, sit there for a minute and get on to the next one. So if you are sewing along with us, by the way, thank you for that. I appreciate it. We are putting together some pinwheels. That's what we're doing today. We got about probably 2/3 of the 5-inch square assemblies. We got about 2/3 of them sliced up, and we're sewing those together. And then hopefully we're going to get to the rest of them today. We'll have to wait and see. See how things go. I'm trying to do this in a little bit of an assembly line. I'm sewing them up, and while it's cooling, I'm going to sew up another one. Go. Judy says, my bonus granddaughter enjoys diamond painting. Hopefully I can get her to branch out into quilting. There you go. What's this one here? Terry says, I've made 8 blocks so far. All the pinwheels are done. Well, that's awesome, Terry. That is really awesome. What do you think of it? Do you like the blocks so far? The blocks don't look very difficult to put together once we get these pinwheels done. These pinwheels is really the sub-assembly that we have to put together. Come on. Why aren't you? Because I'm sewing up the wrong side. That's why. I was wondering why that was taking me a little bit longer. It's because I was sewing up the wrong edge. So, good thing I cut that before I had to pull it too far out. We are playing a little bit of a bob and race today. Nothing too crazy. Okay, hang on. Something's not right. There we go. That's why. Something wasn't right. Alright, glad we caught that. Didn't have to pull anything apart. But yeah, so yesterday we worked with Mama Joyce to put together the Donna Jordan's Friendship Table Runner project. We started with a jelly roll. I got that subcut. Each of those patterns makes 2. And a jelly roll will actually make 4. Hi Lee, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Hi Brenda, good morning as well. Welcome back as well. I'm going to go ahead and iron this one up now. Song Sparrow. Oh, Judy, that sounds nice. Yes, the Black Beauty. Yes, you're talking about Mama Joyce's new machine. That's her backup machine. She actually had to pull it out um, because her other one jammed up on her. She thinks she just got some thread caught in it somewhere. So she's going to take that one in to be serviced. But yes, congratulations to her on buying a new. She's been looking for another machine to kind of just nothing too fancy. Just kind of something to be able to do her straight stitching with and to be able to practice. She wants to learn how to free motion quilt. Um, so she's been working on a lot of stuff now that she's retired. She's been working on a lot of stuff. She's really been spending quite a bit of time in her sewing room, which I think is awesome. Keeping her mind sharp, keeping her from getting bored, especially in these winter months when it's kind of hard to be outside because she's a gardener. She likes to be outside in her yard, but you know, right now it's kind of cold and there's not really a whole lot to do in the garden right now. Go. All right, so we got this one all trimmed up and ready to go. On to the next one. Hi, Susan. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. I hope you're well. Go. Make sure you guys go give Susan a little bit of love over on her channel. You can do exclamation point Susan to get a link to her channel as well. Like I said, we've got a lot of content creator friends over here on this channel, for sure. Speaking of content creator friends, don't forget this afternoon I will be over on Katie's channel, Katie of the Greenland Quilter. I'll be over on her channel for the continuation of our Peace of Mind Mending Pieces series. That will start at, well, I know it's 3:30 Central. I think it's 4:30 Eastern. So just before the game. 2 hours before the game. Uh-oh, what happened? Brenda, what happened? Good morning, Joyce. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. What did I miss? Went bowling last night, had a blast, but now my hand hurts so bad I can't cut fabric. Oh, Brenda, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. But I'm glad you had a good time. Sometimes the pain is worth it. Sometimes the pain is worth it. Yep, you went bowling. Yep. I had to scroll up to find it. But I got it. But thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes chat moves so fast I miss things because I'm not staring at it as much as I would like to sometimes, and so sometimes I miss things. Tony, or I'm sorry, Lucas, you and Tony got any fun plans today? It's supposed to be even colder today. Are you guys getting any snow by you? We're supposed to get a little bit of snow this afternoon, which should make for a fun football game. Oh, go Bears! We're just really excited. It's been a really long time since we've had a team I'm not a big sports fan. Sports are not my thing, but they are for Mr. Wizard, and so I've been hearing a lot about it. And from what I understand, we haven't had a very good sports team or football team in a long time, and so it's really exciting for us to finally be in the position to be able to do that again. Terry says it is snowing right now again. SK Dammit. I love that name. That's awesome. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. It's so great to see you. I can't say that I recognize your name, so welcome to the channel. It's so great to see you. Make sure you let Lucas know if you are new to the channel, so he can hit you up with some thimbles. If he's still in chat, I'm not sure if he's still here or not. Then finishing up UFOs, sewing, binding. Oops, I missed it. Sharon. Okay, her name is Sharon. Okay, good. I'm glad I know that. I'll try to remember that. Susan says, been busy finishing UFO sewing binding on my second shop hop quilt, so it is done. Not working on hand quilting my patchwork tree. Now working on hand quilting my patchwork tree skirt. Wow, you are so busy, Susan. That is awesome. Grr, snow. Grr, snow. Lucas says a little bit of snow around 3, but other than that, Tony wants to try and find some Valentine's Day goodies for her kids. And then we are grocery shopping. Then, of course, the game. Awesome. Sounds like a fun day. For those of you who don't know, Tony's kids are her classroom. They don't have any children. They're not married yet. They're still planning that. I don't even know if they've picked a date yet. They haven't told me, and I haven't asked. I figure when they have, they'll let me know. No rush, of course. Brenda says we had flurries last night. It was so cold. Yeah, it was. It's still cold this morning. At least here by me, it is really cold. It is really cold. So I am just trimming up this block. These have to be 5-inch blocks. So just trimming them up a little bit. Go. Go. On to the next one. Susan says, go Chicago. That's right. Seahawks clobbered San Francisco yesterday. We really don't want to face the Chargers again. A full day over at Lucas's crib. LOL. It's crib already old. Is crib already old? I can't keep up either, Terry. Honestly. Yeah, the Chargers are out. But Tony is my daughter. I have twin daughters. For those of you who are new to the channel, I have twins. They will be 23 in March. It's crazy. One of them lives here. They both graduated from college in May of last year. Taylor moved back home. She's actually in just the next room over. And Tony moved out west with her fiance Lucas, who is one of our moderators. She moved out to live with him. They are engaged. They got engaged last July, I think. 2 Julys ago. 2 Julys ago. Yeah, 2 Julys ago, I think. Lucas is like, honestly, I don't know. He's like, I don't know anymore. I have a hard time keeping up. He's an adult now. He has a hard time keeping up. Um, but they're both doing great where they are at. They're about 2.5, 3 hours west of us. I actually got to talk to Tony on the phone the other day. She called me the other day, which was nice. I got to chat with her for a few minutes. She is a third grade teacher, and Lucas is a crime scene investigator for the local police department where they live. So that's really exciting. That's actually why they live out there, is Lucas got the job out there, and then Tony graduated college and got a job out there as well. Hi Gladys, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you. Digs, nest, lair, base, hut, home. There you go. Any of those will work, right? Google doesn't even know. Now, what's the slang term for home? No, I don't know. That's kind of funny. What's TikTok saying about it? That's what I want to know. I still can't understand TikTok. I have no patience for TikTok. I've tried. I have tried. Absolutely no patience for it. All right, so now that we've ironed up that one, we're going to go ahead and trim this one. I'm kind of doing this in a little bit of an assembly line. That way I'm not quite so bored with doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Now these are all the ones that we had pre-trimmed, but it looks like we didn't quite trim them up exactly as we needed to. And plus, when you sew them back up together, everything kind of gets a little skewed sometimes. So we're just trimming them up one more time. But after we go through these, then we're gonna just go ahead and sew them up and trim them afterwards. Because I'm told that that is a faster way of doing it for this one. Alright, set that one aside. There's 10 students in her class. Yes, she has a very small classroom, very small school. It's not a private school, it's a public school. It's just in a small town, small area. British English. Oh boy. Hi, baby. Coming in to say hi again? You look so posh in your gray sweater with your pretty pink and purple bandana. Mr. Wizard and Taylor, and again, no offense to anyone who has this name, but Taylor and Mr. Wizard both told her that she's embracing her inner Karen. She's got a scarf with her sweater. I thought that was funny. I kind of feel bad for anyone who has the name of a Karen because, like, I kind of feel like they're part of a stereotype now that's unfortunately being judged, and I'm trying not to. I try not to do that. I'll try my best. It's digs in the British English. Okay, let's remember that. This is Terry. They act up. Judy, I think it would be interesting in some cases, but in other things, I don't think that I would want to be a part of those things. Now, I don't believe, well, I shouldn't say anything, but I know that there has been some pretty semi-gruesome discoveries that Lucas has come across. But for the most part, I think it's been, theft and burglaries for the most part. Oh, the new Karen is now called a Jessica. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for all these people with their names. I had no idea. No idea. I'm glad I have a really unique name because it's very unlikely that it would be included in one of these stereotypes. But I also feel bad for these people that have these names that are in these stereotypes because I feel like they're automatically being judged just because of their name. Good morning, Don. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. If you've been hand stitching, go to the laundry. I will be listening. No problem. Sharon, hi Danny. Where did you get that pressing curb hump bump whatever it is called? Oh, this my pressing tool. Terry can help you out with that. She is actually the one that led me onto it, and it is amazing, especially for doing open seams. It's amazing. I bought a 3-pack on Amazon. It was like $20 or $30. I can't remember now. You'll have to forgive me. But it's amazing. I absolutely love it. It is so fantastic. I've been using it basically nonstop since I got it. Terry can throw a link in the chat for you. She's the one that led me onto it. For the life of me, I can't tell you even what it's called. I think it's like a clapper of some kind. Rita, good morning, Rita. Thank you so much for joining us. And she says, every time I see you do this new sew along, I have the pattern, but has a completely different name on it. And that's kind of common with most patterns because, I mean, you can only come up with so many ways to make things, right? So right now it's just the pinwheels. We eventually will get to the rest of it. And actually start making the blocks. The blocks are pretty unique. But yeah, it's basically a 9-patch with some solid blocks and these pinwheels. I'm excited to see what it turns out to be like. But yeah, Sharon, Terry can throw a link into chat if she can find it. I got it on Amazon, and for the life of me, I apologize. I do not remember the name of it. It's some type of clapper. But it's a game changer when it comes to open seams. It really is. It makes those seams nice and flat, like even more flat than you would normally be able to do. I think I did this one already. Let me just double check. I'm sure. Yeah, I did. But yeah, I love it. Ever since I got it, I have 3 different sizes because I bought the 3-pack, the 3 different sizes. Yes, Brenda, we are starting on our Blackberry Bramble tomorrow. It's going to go slow, so please be patient. Mama Joyce, pressing bar. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you. Um, it's going to go slow because Mama Joyce is still fairly new to the project or to quilting, and she's not really great with cutting. So we're going to be going real slow and making sure that we take our time. But yes, that is what we are starting on that tomorrow. For our members, if you are a member of the channel, we will be starting on that project, which I'm really excited about because it's so pretty. So pretty. that is what we're gonna start cutting tomorrow. We're probably, like I said, it's gonna take us a while to get through. We're gonna work on it every other Monday, from now until it's done. So we're gonna go slow with it. Take our time. Odorous patience. That's awesome. Judy, I love that. The link was too long. I had to shorten it. Someone test it. But yeah, it's really great. It's a pressing bar with clapper, I think is what it was called. What's the description of it, Terry? That way somebody can just type that into the search bar if they need to. I appreciate you throwing up the link though. Thank you for that as well. But yeah, I bought the 3-pack because that way it gives you the 3 different sizes. Obviously, you can just buy one if you just want one. But I like having the 3-pack. Look at me being an influencer. Not sponsored. Ours worked. Yay! That awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Glad you got that to work. Thank you very much, Jerry, for that. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's an awesome tool. It really is awesome. It takes a minute to kind of get used to. Not very long, just a minute. But it works so great for open seams. So like with projects like these, where I really want to get that open seam, you just kind of you rock the iron back and forth on it like this because it's a little rounded. You just kind of push down a little bit, and it just lays it out nice and flat and really crushes that seam. And then I just kind of give it one more hard press here. There we go. And then, of course, the bottom works as a clapper. So I just, like that. Perfect, right? Game changer. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And every time I use it, I thank Terry because she's the one that introduced it to me. I was struggling with my open seams, getting them to lay as flat as I wanted them to. And she introduced that to me. I've heard a couple of people have said they've made their own, which I think is really cool. Checking these seams. I'm just taking off slivers, but might as well square them up while they're here, you know? Alright. We're moving right along here. I do think of you when I iron. I think of you more than just when I iron, but yes, I do. I appreciate all of my subscribers and all of my moderators because you guys have taught me so much over the years. All of the tools that I use are all things that you guys have led me onto, and tips and tricks and things that you guys have shared along the ways with me. And I share them with other people because I think it's important that we, these aren't secrets. These aren't trade secrets, We all want everybody to be successful. Come on. There we go. Oh. Terry says it's snowing outside again. If you guys could just do me a quick favor while you're hanging out with me here, if you would just make a double check real quick, make sure that you've tickled that like button already for me. I'd really appreciate it. That just helps us make some more friends here on the channel. Helps it go into YouTube's algorithm so that we can make some more friends. Because that is what this channel is all about, is making new friends and hanging out with friends for a little while. Of course, we make some really beautiful projects in the process, but it's more about hanging out with friends. I started this channel because I didn't have a nice quilt guild in my area, or one that I really felt like I belonged in anyway. So that's why I started the channel myself. I decided I wanted to make some new friends. And I think that I have been successful in that goal thus far. That's why I don't really focus too much on how many subscribers I have, or how many likes I have, or what my analytics are. I don't pay too much attention to that. Because that's not what's important to me. What's important to me is that you guys come back every week and hang out with me. And I appreciate it. I really do. This is my therapy. This room is my therapy. And you guys are all my therapists, so I appreciate it. This one's being a little funky in the corner there, so I'm just going to come up from the other side. There we go. Alright, now I can crush it. Kathy says 33 and sunny here in Washington. There we go. Hit this one up one more time with the iron. Make sure all those seams lay nice and flat for me. So nice and flat. Oops. Put that over. We're going to go ahead and trim this up. All of these need to be 5-inch squares. So I'm taking off slivers really, because we'd already trimmed these up once. But I'm just going to go ahead and trim them up one more time. Trying to make this easy for myself. Ruler slid a little bit. There we go. But yes, if you are a member of the channel, we will be starting up our every other Monday members only live streams tomorrow, where we're going to be working with Mama Joyce on Blackberry Bramble. She's going to be joining us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you guys are going to get to hang out with her, get to see her in even more unfiltered. There we go. $37. That sounds amazing. Last time I checked, it was $7. And we were under a wind chill warning. I need to check my bobbin. Oh, I'm good. Time is it 11:30? We still got an hour. I need. 31. Let me check. It is currently 10 degrees. Ooh, gotta warm up. It's a high of 18 today and a low of -1 with snow possible. So there you go. Sorry again for the sniffles. I apologize for that. It's like it comes in waves now. Like before it was constant. Now with the meds, you can tell that the meds are working because it kind of comes in waves. Hi, baby. Why did you come running in here? Where are you? Hi. What you doing? You want another treat? Okay, give me just a second. Let me finish this one and then I'll give you another treat, okay? Give me just a second. You gotta wait. Wait just a minute. Let me press this one first, okay? Can you wait? She's so cute. So freaking cute. Can you guys see her with her gray sweater and bandana? She got her hair cut last weekend, and the groomer, our groomer has switched owners, and so it's a different groomer now. And so they put a bandana on her, and it's just so stinking cute. It's pink and purple. It's pink and purple plaid. It's adorable. Oh. I know, she's so stinking cute, isn't she? So cute. Just iron this one up here. I can hear Mr. Wizard. I think they just came in from outside, so I can hear him talking to him. Who wants a treat? Who wants a treat? Oh boy, they all come running. Where's Wrigley? Wrigley! There she comes. Yeah, you're late to the party. Yeah, you are late to the party. Everybody's got to sit. Wrigley. Madison. Ow! Those are my fingers. Take it nice, please. Okay, everybody gets one more. This time you sit nice. Can you take it nice, please? You take it nice. Wrigley. Ivy. You take it nice. Okay, all done. Just go running off. I tell them all done and they just go running off. This is so darn cute. So darn cute. So there you go. There's the puppy cam. I love the puppy cam. It's one of my favorites. Terry says, "Aw, give them all a treat for me." Let somebody take it off. You back again? I got nothing for you. Got nothing for you right now. So cute. We are just moving right along with these. We're really putting these through here. They're actually going through quite well. Oh, puppies. Bye, Mom. Gotcha. Yes, I know. They were like, they just ran out. They're like, bye, Mom. Gotta go. Dad's in the kitchen. He might have something. They're so funny. They're so funny. What are you doing over there? Who are you staring at down the hall? Ivy. What are you doing, you goofy girl? Who are you staring at down the hall? Hmm? Right. These are going together so quickly. We're going to get through this whole pile and be able to start on the next pile. We have to make a total of 40 of these, so there's quite a few. That's why they're taking us a little bit longer to do. But like I said, we're going to skip the trimming part of it this time, and we're just going to sew them up together, hoping that that kind of speeds up the process a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my half square triangle ruler. It is a total game changer, but I think in this case, it might just be because of the volume that it's taking so long. They are easy. Just remember, after you assemble the block, don't trim it. First you divide it, then you trim it after, reassemble. Ask me how I know. Got it. Pushing the seams down. Awesome. Oh, I never trimmed this one. I got out of my my thing, so we've got 2 to trim today. Or here now. So let's do that real quick. Hang on. There. Well, Terry, you're going to have to remind me of that trick when we get to the assembly part, because we're not there yet. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to be there today. There we go. Alright, we got a nice little stack of them going. It is so nice to be able to have that little stack going, because for a while there, I was getting really frustrated with the amount of trimming and stuff that we were doing, that trimming and ironing that we were doing, that we were never going to get to sewing. So, because that is the most fun part, right? The sewing part of it is the most fun. All right. Awesome. Hi, Sylvia. Good morning. I feel like I said good morning to you already, but just in case I didn't, good morning again. We are working on our sew along project, the Framed Pinwheels by Missouri Star Quilt Company. This is a pattern that I picked up when we were in Quilt Town over the summer. I just loved the pattern, and I liked the sample quilt they had. And I ended up picking up some fabrics while I was there to go along with it. The daughter and you are trying to figure out a skateboard quilt pattern. Plan to make some test blocks tonight. What size flippy corners for the boards we want to make? Fun. That sounds like fun. Never heard of a skateboard quilt. Is that are you just looking for like that type of a theme, or is that an actual like pattern, or I need to be careful. I think I'm playing a little bit of bobbin chicken here. Gotta let the dogs out? No, I understand. Mr. Wizard has been graciously taking care of that for me this morning. I think it is too cold in our garage right now for Mr. Wizard to be working in his studio. He's got his modeling. He does model cars. He makes model cars, model planes, things like that. Actually, he's been working on some figurines too. But he's been working on some stuff, and it's his studio is out in the garage. That's where his preferred man cave is, and unfortunately, I think it's just a little bit too cold out there. Even he does have a couple of heaters out there, but I think even with the heaters, it's just a little bit too cold. So he's been working at the kitchen counter, working at the island counter on some stuff. He kind of lost his mojo there for a little bit, but he seems to have gotten it back. I think he was just kind of burned out with the projects he was working on, so he decided to try something a little bit different, and that kind of has re-sparked his creativity. We've all been there, you know. You just can't seem to get quite motivated on any of the projects you're working on. That's why I told him the best thing to do is to just try something different, you know. Work on something you've never done before. He's got just a ton of different types of kits out in the garage, and so I said, just grab something. Grab something that you know, have been putting off or whatever, and something that's kind of out of your wheelhouse for something you would normally do, and try that. And so he did, and that seems to have done the trick for him, which I'm glad. Go. All right, another block done. Rob Appeal has a skateboard. Oh, okay. Sounds stuck in my head. No, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Susan, thanks so much for hanging out with us this morning. We appreciate it. Have a great day. She says, go Bears. That's right. Go Bears. Thank you very much for that. The more love we can send them, the more maybe luck they'll have. Don't forget, I will be over on Katie's channel this afternoon, 3:30 p.m. Central, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, for our Peace of Mind Mending Pieces series. We've had pretty good success with that series. I know that subject is not necessarily for everybody, and that's okay. I understand. I get it. But if it is for you, or you just kind of want to hang out with us and join in on the conversation or listen in, make sure you do !Katie in chat, and go be a subscriber of her channel. There we go. Sniffles again. The sniffles again. Bless you. I just sneezed. She has been on this Lego kick lately. She's been building all these Lego flowers. They're really cool. She's got just a bunch of them. She got a couple of kits for Christmas, and then she found at our Meyer store, she found a bunch of them in the clearance section. So she's bought a bunch of them in the clearance section. She's just got like a whole garden going of Legos. She's also got a new paint by number kit that she's been working on, which is really cool. And of course, if you guys were here yesterday during our live stream, you got to see her nails. She's been doing nail art a lot lately too. She's been tapping into that creative side of her, and because she has those creative juices like I do, and she's been trying to tap into that a little bit more. You have to feed those skills, otherwise they eventually go away. Terry, I agree with you. I think so. And you know, when Katie and I kind of started that, we weren't really sure how that was going to go over because it's not something that a lot of people talk about. A lot of people feel very uncomfortable talking about it. Um, you know, and I understand that. I do. I get it. And we're not experts. We're not trying to give you anyone any expert advice. We're just giving a platform for people to be able to talk about those things, to feel comfortable talking about them. You know, not everybody participates in the conversation, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I think it's actually gone over a lot. The series has gone over a lot better. We've had a lot more success with it than we expected to, for sure. So, and for those of you who don't know what we're talking about the series over on Katie's channel, Peace of Mind Mending Pieces. We focus on conversations regarding mental health and things that we can do to help ourselves and to help others who might be struggling with it. Katie and myself are both very open about our own personal struggles. Hers are more trauma-based struggles, where mine are more medical-based struggles. Is more of a hormone thing. Um, But either way, we both struggle with it, and we're both open about our struggles with it. And so we came together. It was all Katie's brainchild, and I think it was a fantastic idea. But it came together. She reached out to me and said she wanted to start this series on her channel so that people could have a platform to talk about those things. She is a guest on on the channel that has been a huge help. Myra, she's a close personal friend of Katie's. And she's also a licensed therapist, so she brings in a professional opinion and a professional viewpoint to things, as opposed to just a personal, this is what worked for me, this was what didn't work for me. So I think that that's really helped out too. So if that's something that you're interested in, again, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here on this channel, but if that is something that is of interest to you, make sure you check that out. Do exclamation point Katie in chat. That will be this afternoon. Her and I, we get together once a month. I think it's the third Sunday of every month. But we get together and we talk about it. We talk about how we're doing and what we're doing to help, and we talk about what you guys are doing. We open up the discussion in chat, and we talk about things like that. So I think, if I remember correctly, I think this week we're going to be talking about kind of New Year's resolutions and kind of the stress that we sometimes put on ourselves for those things, and how we can maybe be a little bit more successful at them. What types of goals that we can set for ourselves. I don't do resolutions for myself. I set goals instead. So that's, I think, the conversation we're going to be having today. Hi, Kathy. Welcome back. All right. We are doing just fantastic with these blocks. My goodness, we're on our last batch of pre-cut blocks here, and then we're going to have to start cutting some more. I think I mentioned earlier we need a total of 40. I'm not sure how many we have, but I know it's not 40. But we're going to need a total of 40. So we're going to have to make some more here soon. Scrunchy, scrunchy, scrunchy. Awesome. Now, I don't do open seams for everything, but I have found over the course of the last year that doing open seams on specific blocks, like half square triangle blocks, really does seem to help the seams lay flatter. And so that's why I've started doing open seams on anything that has to be a half square triangle. If it's just a square, then I go ahead and I still do your traditional one side or the other seams. But I have been doing the open seams on the half square triangle blocks because I feel like they do lay a little bit nicer. To me, they don't skew as much. They do lay a little bit more straight, in my opinion. But you know, open seams does take an extra second or two to try to, you know, do it. But I do know there's a lot of people, and I think somebody mentioned it in chat earlier, that that's all they ever do is open seams. They don't do any other type of seam. And I think that's great. I really do. All right, last pre-cut block, set of blocks. And then we're going to have to cut up some more. I'll show you how we do those. Last one that's pre-cut. Before the stream started, I did test out my seams to see if actually pressing these squares here open, if that made a difference with regards to the bulk in the middle. And I don't really feel like it made any difference. I feel like the bulk was still kind of the same. So I'm not doing that here. I'm actually doing them directional so that it nests up really nice in the corner. But then opening it and pressing the middle seam open does seem to help with the bulk some. So that's kind of why I decided to do things the way I did them. I kind of tested it out a little bit to see which way I liked the best. And don't be afraid to do that. You know, press them one way, and if that seems like it's a little too bulky for you, try it a different way. You know, just because the directions may tell you to press it one way or the other doesn't mean that you have to go that route. You know, this is it's something we keep having to remind Mama Joyce of. This is supposed to be a hobby. It's supposed to be fun. It's not a race. There's no deadlines. Well, unless, of course, you've put a deadline on it yourself. But otherwise, there are no deadlines. You're supposed to enjoy the journey. And if you're not enjoying the journey, then you're doing it wrong. And if it's a project that you're struggling with or you're having a hard time with, then put it away. Put it away. Pull something else out that does bring you joy. And then go back to that project later. Maybe you just need a little bit of a reset. Oh, God, I'm so happy with how these are laying so much nicer. My very first block was really, really bulky in the center there, and I wasn't really happy with that. So that's why I kept trying to play with it to see if I could figure out how to get it to lay a little bit nicer. And I think that I found the sweet spot of how to get it to lay. I mean, obviously it's not going to lay super flat, but it's laying much flatter than that first one I had. So I'm really happy about that. All right. There's that one. Well, let's go ahead and trim up this one now. All right. There we go. Well, there we go. We got a nice, beautiful stack of our pinwheels. I think they look fantastic. My points are not perfect, but close enough, I think. I'm just going to take a quick swipe with the lint roller here because I've got a bunch of little teeny tiny pieces here from when I was trimming that I just kind of want to get rid of real quick. This is one of those secret tools that every quilter needs in their sewing space. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm going to grab a drink while I'm over here. Yum. So I'm not sure that we're going to get any more sewing done today. But we'll give it a try. Put that away for right now. Put my slipper back on because my feet's cold. Alright, so now we've got this stack here. Now these were our 5-inch squares that we sewed up together. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to actually get I got a new, that I have not really been able to show you guys yet. I got a new cutting mat for Christmas. That's this cool square one. And it spins. So we're going to try that one. That way I can go diagonal like this and then spin it and go diagonal again. That's going to be fun, right? All right. So first things first, we want to go this diagonal. right? And then we're going to spin it and go this diagonal. Oh, that's really nice. I like that. That is really nice. Okay, so I got these 4. And I'm just going to go ahead and clip these together for now. And we'll press them again later. So we'll just slice and clip for right now. A Fiskars spinning mat in this size. Yeah, it's not one that I've ever had before. I mean, typically, you guys, if you've seen my channel in the past, then you know, typically I just spin the whole mat. Like, I just pick it up and spin the whole darn thing around. It's never been a problem for me, but I did get this one as a Christmas gift, and it's amazing. I love it. It's going to make things so much nicer. Really nice. Like it a lot. There we go. Yeah, this one is called Calibri Art. Calibri Art. Probably just an Amazon brand, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. In some cases, I don't think it's necessary to spend a lot of money on some things. You know? I don't think name brand is necessary in some cases. Loving it. I love it so much. Love it. I've always thought about buying one, but I just have never been able to justify the cost for myself. So when I got it as a Christmas gift, I was like, oh, this is awesome. So, really love it. Spin it. Love it. And it doesn't move while you're working on it. That was the thing I was worried about. Like, I was worried that it was going to start to, like, move around as I was trying to cut on it. But it doesn't. It stays where it's supposed to. It doesn't spin unless you want it to, which is nice. All right. Spin it. Awesome. Love that. It's a nice, decent quality mat. It's only a single layer, but that's all right. You do have to be a little bit careful. You don't want to slice through it because that is a possibility if you push too hard. But you also shouldn't be pushing hard. If you're pushing hard on your mat to cut something, then that means your blade is dull and you need to change your blade. You shouldn't have to really push. The blade should do the work for you. There we go. I didn't hear that one cut. This is a fairly new blade. I changed it yesterday. There we go. Your Fiskars was purchased 10 years ago on sale for $17. Not no more. They're $40 now. Wow, that's expensive. Wow. I have not honestly looked to see how expensive they are in a while. I had looked at them at one point in time and decided it wasn't in my budget at that time. So I am grateful that I got this as a Christmas gift. I also got an electric scissors as a Christmas gift. And I was talking to Mama Joyce about it. And she was asking me why I hadn't used it yet. And I told her, I said I was pretty sure that the electric scissors wasn't going to work real well with regards to precise cutting. when I have to measure specifically, but when I need to cut something off a bolt or I need to trim something, then it's going to work really well if I don't need that exact cut right up against a ruler. So I do have them, and I'm excited to try to use them at some point. I just haven't had a use for them yet. I did not want to do that. I also, for Christmas, I think I showed it to you guys yesterday, I got some of those handles for I got 2 different size suction cup handles for our rulers to try and help make them a little bit easier to work with. I got a large one for my large ruler, which we're probably going to end up using tomorrow. And then I got a smaller one for my smaller rulers. Now, I think it's still a little bit too big for the ruler I'm using right now, but I did use it yesterday in my 6x12 ruler. I think it worked really well there. It's my first time using it, so I had to move it around a little bit to kind of get it to work for me. But I think that's going to help really well. And that's supposed to make it easier for you to line up your cuts and to make it so that your ruler doesn't slide as much either. So I'm excited about that as well. Got a bunch of these to cut up, so I could probably try to do these 2 at a time. Especially with the spinning mat, so that I don't have to worry about moving them. But I don't know that I want to risk it. I'd rather just do them 1 at a time. If you are more confident in your cutting abilities, then you could probably cut them 2 at a time, because that would be 4 layers. You just want to make sure that you keep your pieces together. Are the Bears in the playoffs? Yes, Dawn, they are in the playoffs. They have a game tonight. 5:30 p.m. Central Time. They have a game tonight, and I'm not a big football fan, so I don't know exactly how it works. I don't know if there's like one more game till they go to the Super Bowl, or if this game decides that they go to the Super Bowl. I'm not sure how it all works out. Mr. Wizard would be able to answer that question better than I would. But yes, they are in the playoffs, which is a big deal for us here at home. So that's why I'm wearing my Bears hat, although this isn't even my hat. This is Mr. Wizard's hat. But that's why we're wearing the Bears hat today. I don't normally represent a team. That's not my thing normally, but we're really excited about it. So this time I feel like it's warranted. Don't risk it. I'd mess up for sure. Yeah, Judy, I'm with you. Yeah, I would much rather. Ozzy, please stop. Thank you. Ozzy likes to lick plastic bags. I don't know if she likes the texture, she likes the flavor, I don't know, but she loves to lick plastic bags. And so right now there's a plastic bag on the floor in my sewing room here, and she keeps going over and looking at it, and it keeps making me crazy. So I keep asking her to stop. No, Don, don't even worry about it, because if it weren't for Mr. Wizard, I wouldn't know any of this. Don't even worry about it. Like, I don't follow sports. It's not my thing. But it is Mr. Wizard's. So I did watch the football game last week, and that was a really big game. That was the two biggest rivals in the NFL, the Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers. Big rivalry. I actually watched that game. It was actually a really exciting game. It actually turned out to be. We were really frustrated in the beginning, but it actually turned out to be a really good game. Um, and they ended up winning, which was really even more exciting. Um, but yeah, I'm not typically a sports fan. Usually, when one of our teams starts winning really good, then I'll start watching. Like when the Cubs made it to the World Series, I watched those games. When the Blackhawks were at in the Stanley Cup Finals, I watched then. Bears are in the playoffs. I'll watch then. Otherwise, I'm not a big sports fan. I do like watching NASCAR races. I enjoy those. I don't catch them every week, but I do enjoy watching those. But that's just because that's more my speed. They did. They won against the Packers. Yeah, in a wild card game. They won last week against the Packers in the wild card game, and that's how they've made it to the playoffs. Yeah, it was a stressful game too, because like they were losing all the way up until fourth quarter. So, but it was a really good. It turned out to be a good game. It was a good watch. It was a little stressful. I do believe that Mr. Wizard will tell you that I yelled at the TV more than he did. Because I do know the game. I do know the sports. I do know the game. I do know how they're played. I don't know necessarily all the calls and that kind of stuff, but I know how to play the game. And I get into it a little bit. And that's probably why I don't like sports, is because I get into it too much. But yes, there is a game tonight. I think Mr. Wizard says this is going to be on Paramount. We're going to try and see if we can catch it on Paramount. Um, Hopefully we're going to get to watch the game. Otherwise, we might be in a bar somewhere. Because we don't have cable. We used to stream all of our television, so hopefully we'll get to watch it somewhere. We'll have to wait and see. Dawn, I don't. I mean, there was a week away, so they had time to recoup. And from what I understand, and everything's kind of hearsay, but Mr. Wizard was telling me that there was an interview with one of the Bears players, and the coach of the Bears was actually requiring them to practice without the heaters on, so that it was cold in the place, because it's going to be really cold today, and the team they're playing against is a warm weather team. So they're hoping that the weather will be to their advantage. I'm guessing. I don't know. I think it's fun to hear all the different um, conspiracy theories about how things go down, and it can be fun. But I will probably miss kickoff because we'll have the live stream with Katie until 5:30, and then I have to cook dinner for my family. So I will probably miss kickoff. I won't get to watch that. But from what I understand from Mr. Wizard, he's been telling me that the Bears really don't show up to the game until after the second half anyway. So, okay. Yes, I believe they're at Soldier Field. They're playing at Soldier Field, which is Chicago, for those of you who don't know. It is an outdoor arena, field. I don't know what you call it. But it's outdoors, so it's going to be cold. Be very, very cold. And a little windy. There's even chances of snow this afternoon. But, to me, that's what a football game is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a cold weather sport. Just like hockey is supposed to be a cold weather sport. So to me, a little bit of snow on the ground, some cold weather, some rain even. To me, that's a football game. You know, it's not supposed to be pretty and sunny. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. Chicago has not been this close to the Super Bowl in a very, very, very long time. But from what I understand, they have a pretty good team, and they've got a decent chance of getting there. So we'll have to wait and see. Mr. Wizard, does the winner of today's game dictate who's going to the Super Bowl, or is there another game yet? Okay, so if they win today, there's one more game before they decide if they go to the Super Bowl. Gotcha. See, I told you he knows way more about this stuff than I do. In fact, I believe that we were actually talking about the Bears once, and that's how Mr. Wizard got his name. Is because we were talking about the Bears stadium, which is still, you know, a discussion that's happening. But we were talking about it, and so he had an answer from behind the door, or as a wizard, behind the curtain. And so that is how he got his name. Mr. Wizard. He is the wizard behind the curtain. Yes, Don, the Chiefs did not make it to the playoffs this year. Nothing. I was just explaining how you got your name. That you got your name because we were actually talking about the Bears at one point in time, and you had an answer from behind the door. So you were the man behind the curtain.
Well, if the Bears win today, they go on to play the Seahawks.
If the Bears win today, they go on to play the Seahawks for the Super Bowl. Gotcha. Okay, well, good luck to both teams. Even though I have to root for the Bears. Your granddaughter's watching and she wants to see the puppies. I can make that happen. Watch this. It's like magic. There's one, there's two, there's three. There's the puppies. Boo, Seahawks. Well, I try not to boo any teams because I don't want to offend anybody. Everybody sit. You're not sitting. Thank you. Can Wrigley? Thank you, Wrigley. Addison, please take it nice this time. Ow, those are my fingers. She has not figured this out yet. Sit. Take it nice. There we go. And it's really cold, so the two little ones have sweaters on. Yes, it's really cold outside, so the two little ones have sweaters on. Yes. So there you go. There's the puppies. I hope that helped your granddaughter. They're so cute, aren't they? You're very welcome. Anytime. Look at all the little puppies. I know, they're so cute. Okay, so we've gotten everything sliced up. So now we're going to go ahead and iron them. So we're going to be ironing for a little while. This thing. No, I want to grab this one here. So we got all of this stack here to iron up. I'm going to iron these all open. Friendly rivalry. There you go. Joyce, you're so stinking cute. That's right. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I do have to vote for my own home team, You know, that's just how things are. So I'm not going to trim these this time. The last time you guys remember we trimmed them first, and then we ironed them. So this time I'm just going to iron them, and we're going to sew them up together. We're going to see what happens. Never boo anyone. That's right. Yep, that's me too. We loved it. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, they come and go, especially Ivy. She comes in here all the time looking for snacks. You can always catch her. And sometimes I don't even know she's here. Like sometimes she is quiet enough that I don't even know she's in here. You got all the quadrants done. That's right. Don't trim. Gotcha. When your team has not won the NFC Championship in over 30 years, any little bit helps. That's very true, Dawn. That's why I'm doubting a hat today because I don't normally wear hats. Hats aren't my thing. Especially, I don't like them. They're not my thing. But every little bit helps, right? I'm gonna move this a little bit closer. There we go. Every little bit helps. So, like I said earlier today, if you're not a fan of sports and you want to join in on the excitement, then please feel free to please feel free to cheer on the Chicago Bears. But if you prefer to cheer on your local team, if your local team is playing today as well, or is on their way to the championships as well, then I encourage you to support them as well. A little bit of sportsmanship can go a long way. Like I said, I'm not a huge sports fan. It's just not my thing. But I do like to get in on the excitement of the championship games. I watch the Super Bowl almost every year, not necessarily because I like the game, but because I like the commercials. But I do watch the game as well. Mr. Wizard and I usually pick a team to win, and we vote for that team just for the fun of it. All right, those are gonna iron up really nicely. Do the Bears still practice in Bourbonnais at Olivet? Judy, that is a Mr. Wizard question. A Chicago emote. Yeah, I wish there was too. Maybe I need to come up with one. That is a great question, Judy. I don't know. Mr. Wizard? I'm sorry, I'm getting asked questions I don't know the answers to. Okay, he's letting the dogs in. Hang on, he'll answer that for you. He knows this stuff better than I do. I don't know these questions. I'm being asked, do the Bears still practice in Bourbonnais at Olivet? I forgot this was said. You gotta get out.
No, they do not.
No, they do not. Where do they practice now?
Lake Forest.
Now they practice in Lake Forest.
Yeah, back at Lake Forest.
They're back at Lake Forest.
Yeah, they got a dome.
They got a dome at Lake Forest. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Wizard. See? So silly. Everybody says hi. Oh, there you go. So there you go. There's Mr. Wizard. The infamous Mr. Wizard. Love the hat. Yeah, he bought that when he decided to make his first camera appearance. One of our After Dark editions. So now he wears it whenever he's on camera. He's got to play the part, I didn't think he was going to come over to the camera, but he's fun. Yes, but he does have a wizard hat that he does wear. He doesn't wear it all the time, just on the game. Could you imagine? Could you see looking through our windows and you see this man just walking around with a wizard hat all the time? I mean, that would totally beat him if we had front windows, but no, the neighbors would think we've lost our mind. Oh my god. The better one since we all have our hats on. That's right. Damn right. That would be so funny. Oh my gosh. All hail the Mr. Wizard. There we go. He likes it. He likes the attention. Hi. What are we in here for? Hi. What are we doing? How are ya? Who's behind me? Oh, just the baby. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, pretty girl. I don't have many left. The box is almost empty. I gotta refill. You see Ivy's tail? Bye, Addie. Where's your lines? Crazy girl. I got nothing. I got nothing. All gone. All done. Bye. See you later. Crazy dogs. Crazy, crazy dogs. What time is it? 12:21. We got about 8 minutes left. Okay. So we'll iron up some more of these. Oh boy. There we go. Which is a good thing because I'm starting to get hungry. But yeah, it's a busy week of live streams today for me and for you guys. Like I said, we're going to be over in Katie's channel this afternoon, 3:30 p.m. Central, 4:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow, which is Monday, we will be live here on this channel for members only, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be here with Mama Joyce on Zoom. I do post a Zoom link, and I do plan to post a Zoom link around 7 p.m. on our community page for members only. So if you are a member and you do want to join us on Zoom, you are welcome to do so. But we will be focused on this project. So you know there's gonna be a lot of back and forth communication between Mama Joyce and I. But you are still welcome to join us. That's for members only. If you're interested in becoming a member, you can click the button down below. There should be a button down there that says join, or it might be if you're on your phone or on a smaller device, it will be the square with the $sign in it. You tap that, and then you select members. And for as little as I think $2.99 a month, I think is the Thumbelina program. You can be a part of our conversation, part of our members only, and that will meet every other Monday from now until the project's finished, which is probably going to go for a while. And then Tuesday, we'll be back here on our regular subscribers live streams for our wall hanging project that we've been working on, our Spools of the Year project. We've got our January wall hanging to put together, which is funny because I just got the February one in the mail, which is silly. So we're a little behind on that one. That's on Tuesday, and depending on how much we get done on Tuesday, if we don't finish it on Tuesday, there will be a rollover on Wednesday. I hope to finish everything on Tuesday, though. And then, trying to think. There isn't any more live streams the rest of the week, but then of course, we have our Sunday stream where we're going to be working on our puppies project. We're putting together the last set of puppy heads for that. We're going to I think we're going to be cutting up our sashing for that. We're going to start to be putting that together. So that one's starting to come to an end, which is a little bit sad because that one's been a lot of fun. That's on Sunday next week, and then Thursday next week we're bringing back our project that we had started just before Halloween. And then because of the way the holidays landed, we never got back to it. And that was our Swirling Leaves project. We're going to be back to that one. So I'm really excited to get that one back on the rotation again. But we started it, and then I just had to keep pushing it back because of the way the holidays landed. So we're going to start that next week, Thursday. Yeah, lots of fun things coming up here on the channel. We've got a couple of new projects that are going to be coming up. We're finishing up some projects. This afternoon, I'm going to be working on binding for a couple of quilt projects that we finished up a while back. I'm going to be cutting and ironing those up. I've got two quilts that need binding. I've got a bed runner that's an old project that was a whip from 100 years ago, it seems. And then I've also got the binding for our resilient quilt that we're going to be putting together. Our Starfire project, the one we worked on a couple weeks ago, that red and black one, that one is off at the long arm, as is our mystery project. Our mystery project, the quilt top for our mystery project is done. Oh, thank God. That one is done. I put the columns together. I put the last row on. I put the border around it. I think the border really framed it out nicely. I think it looked really nice. I think it turned out really great. So that one is at the long arm right now being quilted. As soon as that one comes back, I will put the binding on it, and then we will do a final reveal for that. It'll probably just be a quick video, and I will probably record it and then not post it onto the channel until after that quilt has been gifted. Because as you guys remember, that is intended as a gift for a close friend of mine who watches my channel. So I have to be very careful with that. So I will probably pre-record that one as just a short video, just to show you guys what that one, the final reveal is for that one. And then we have a second one of those to do. So once I've revealed the first one, then, you know, kind of the jig will be up. And then we'll be able to actually start on the second one for that. We're also going to be bringing back our Memory Bear project because we've got a lot more of those I want to make. So we'll be bringing that one back. You guys remember my Memory Bear back here? He's repping Chicago. We'll be bringing that back on the channel here in the next few months. I have more of those I'd like to do. So if you missed out on that series and you don't necessarily want to go back and rewatch the series, that's okay. We're going to be making more of those. We've got a new project called Timberland Trail. It's a free pattern that you can actually get. I actually found it on the Jordan Fabrics website, but I think it's just a free pattern that you can find just about anywhere. But I bought that kit. I bought the kit for it when I was in Collinsville over the summer. Nope, I take that back. I was in O'Fallon when I bought that kit. Same store, two different places. One is in Collinsville, the other one's in O'Fallon, Missouri, and I bought that kit, so we're going to be working on that one. Lots of things coming up here. Lots and lots of stuff. So, lots of fun stuff happening. Of course, we're going to keep doing our sew-along here. Now, I don't think we're going to get to the sew-along in February. I'm going to have to look at the schedule because we do have a shortened month in February. I know it doesn't seem like it's short, but you know, it is 3-4 days that it's short. So we may or may not be able to get to it in February. I'll have to wait and see. Again, feel free to go ahead. You don't have to wait for me. That's, you know, I know that this particular timeline isn't for everybody, so I appreciate those that are patiently waiting, that want to work on it with me. I appreciate that. But yeah, lots of fun things coming up here on the channel. I haven't made an official list of what we're going to be doing just yet, like I have in years past. I just haven't had time, really. I have a whole list of all of my projects that I've just kind of checking off as I go. So I do have a list, but it's a complete list of every single project that I have in this room that we could work on. And so then I just kind of pick and choose what I want to work on. Some of them are smaller, some of them are larger, some of them just need to be finished up, things like that. So we'll get to all that stuff here soon. But yeah, I'm really excited to be back. I'm sorry that I had to take a little bit of time off at the beginning of the year just to kind of reset. And then I got sick for my birthday, so that kind of sucked a little bit, but it is what it is. But I think we're on the right path now. I think we're headed in the right direction, and we are full speed ahead because we've got a lot going on and a lot of fun things happen. I will have 4 quilts that need to be bound. I'm gonna have to do the binding on them. We're gonna be bringing back our cross-stitching stuff. We're going to be doing that as more of a regular Wednesday thing on our Whip Wednesday. I think we're going to be doing that a little bit more. I might even do that as a members only one day just to kind of, if we get frustrated with our Blackberry Bramble project, we might take a pause on that and do something else for a day. We'll have to wait and see how things go. But that Blackberry Bramble is probably going to be the year. It's probably going to take us most of the year to put that one together. It's going to be a slow process. It was supposed to be a block of the month program, but there's a lot of cutting that's going to be involved with that. A lot of cutting, a lot of sewing that's going to be involved with that. So it's going to, and Mama Joyce is going to struggle a little bit, I think. I think I might struggle too. I shouldn't say it like she's going to be the only one that's going to struggle. So it's not a complicated pattern, but it's a little bit, it's more than, like if I was putting this together myself and I was working on it every day, well then it probably wouldn't take me very much to put together. But because we're going to be doing all the ironing, all the cutting, all the sewing, everything on our members only live streams, it's going to take us a while to do that. Because typically with these block of the month programs, what I've been doing is I've been doing all of the ironing and the cutting ahead of time. You guys don't see me do that. I do that off camera, and then I just come on camera and I sew it up together. Whereas with this Blackberry Bramble, because Mama Joyce is going to be doing it with us, and she's going to need some help, and she's going to want some guidance from us on it, we're going to be doing the whole thing from start to finish. Just like we've done with a lot of these full-size projects. So we're going to be doing it that way instead. So it's going to take us a while. Quite a while. Now we're going to be working on it every other week for a while, so that will be helpful as well. So anyway, thanks again, guys, so much for hanging out with me this morning. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are staying warm. If you are having any trouble staying warm, please find one of the local warming stations in your area. I know a lot of the municipalities offer warming places. Sometimes you can just go right to the stations, fire departments, police stations. Sometimes there's some recreational facilities. Things like that. Check in on your loved ones, especially if they're elderly. The elderly, the younger, the little, the teeny tiny ones, and the elderly have a really hard time with this weather. I mean, we all have a hard time with the weather, but they really have a hard time with it. So just check in on them, make sure that everybody's okay. There's not a whole lot I can do, but if there is something that I can do to help, please let me know. I will try and do whatever I can. I mean, I know there's not a whole lot I can do, but I will try and do what I can. As always, if you guys just need, like I've said before, we're going to be talking about, we're going to be doing that stream over on Katie's channel, talking about mental health. But if you guys need somebody to talk to, maybe you just need to vent at somebody, feel free, reach out to me. I'm here to help. I'm here to listen. I'm not an expert, as is the name of the channel. I'm not a professional, but I can listen, and I'm really good at listening. So if that's something that you need help with, feel free, reach out to me. Facebook, Instagram, email, YouTube, wherever you can find me. Please feel free to reach out. I'm here to listen. We're here. We're friends. That's the whole point of this channel, and so that's why I'm trying to keep that as much as I can. But otherwise, you guys have a great rest of your week. Hopefully, I will see you all again back here on Tuesday evening, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. If that time frame doesn't really work for you, that's okay. I understand. Don't forget to catch the replay. Otherwise, we'll be back here again on Sunday. Thank you to all of our new subscribers today and yesterday. I really appreciate you guys subscribing. Thank you to all of my current subscribers, everybody that's participated in chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this morning. And hopefully I'll get to see you all again really soon. And before we leave, I just want to say it one more time. Go Bears. Bye, guys. See you again soon.